A long time ago, in the peaceful village of Nchara, nestled between rolling hills and tall baobab trees, lived a boy named Ozo. He was tall, strong, and faster than the antelope, some villagers would say. But Ozo had one terrible habit: he was a bully. He bullied for fun. He bullied for attention. And worst of all, he thought it made him powerful. Ozo would trip little children carrying water from the stream, knock over baskets of mangoes just to laugh at the mess, and pull off girls' headscarves when they passed by. He mocked the stammering boy, shoved the quiet girl, and ignored the warnings of the elders. Even the animals began to fear his loud voice and careless kicks. What is strength if not to be feared? Ozo would boast. Let the weak run and the strong row. His mother, a quiet widow named Mama Ojeki, would shake her head and sigh. My son, one day the world will teach you that strength is nothing without character. But Ozo never listened. To him, kindness was for the weak. It was market day, and the villagers were busy preparing their goods. Ozo was walking toward the village square when he saw Kelechi, a skinny boy who often avoided him. Kelechi was carrying a small pot of palm oil his mother had given him to sell. Hey, Kelechi! Ozo called out. Come here and let me help you carry that. You look like it might squash you. No thank you, Kelechi said softly, trying to walk faster. But Ozo grabbed the pot and held it high above his head, laughing. You call this oil? This looks like chicken spit. Everyone in the market turned to look. Kelechi's eyes welled with tears. Give it back, please. Kelechi begged. Come and take it. Ozo challenged, waving it above his head like a trophy. Suddenly, crash. The pot fell and shattered. Red palm oil soaked into the earth. There was silence. Kelechi stood frozen. Then he turned and ran, past the trees, past the stream, into the forest. Ozo frowned. What's wrong with him? It was just a joke. But the looks from the villagers told him this time, he had gone too far. Even Mama Ojeki wouldn't meet his eyes when he returned home. A strange feeling filled Ozo's heart that night, not fear, not anger, but something else. Was it guilt? The next morning, without telling anyone, he went into the forest to find Kelechi. I'll find him and tell him to stop acting like a baby, he muttered, though his voice wasn't as strong as usual. He walked for hours. The forest grew deeper, darker. Birds stopped chirping. Strange winds blew through the trees. Suddenly, Ozo stepped into a bright, magical clearing he had never seen before. Flowers glowed, leaves shimmered, and in the center sat a giant tortoise on a polished stone, eyes wise, shell ancient like carved ebony. Who comes to Ijapa's grove without humility? The tortoise asked, his deep voice echoing through the clearing. Ozo blinked. I'm looking for someone. A boy ran this way. Ijapa, the talking tortoise, stared at Ozo. And why did he run? Ozo looked down. I may have broken something. But it was just a joke. Was it a joke to him? Ijapa asked. Before Ozo could answer, the trees moved. Thick vines snaked from the ground and lifted him into the air, trapping him like a mosquito in a spider's web. Let me go! Ozo shouted, kicking and twisting. You who enjoys bullying others, how do you like being helpless? Ijapa asked calmly. This is different. Ozo shouted. Oh, but to those you mock, it feels just like this, being trapped, being powerless. Ozo struggled, but the vines only held tighter. From behind the trees, Kelechi stepped into the clearing. His eyes were red from crying, but his face was calm. Here is your chance, child, Ijapa said to Kelechi. Do to him what he has done to you. Leave him here, let him feel forgotten. Kelechi paused. Then he said, No. I just want to go home. I don't want anyone to feel the way I did. Ijapa smiled. You, boy, have more strength in your kindness than this one has in his muscles. The vines loosened. Ozo fell gently to the ground. He looked at Kelechi with wide eyes. You forgave me? After everything? Kelechi nodded slowly. Yes. But you must change. And something inside Ozo broke, not in a painful way, but like a dark shell cracking open to let in light. I'm sorry, he whispered. I was wrong. Ijapa nodded. Now go. And remember, strength is not in how much fear you can cause, but in how much peace you can bring. From that day, Ozo changed. He helped old Baba Ekene fix his fence. He carried water for the girls to the stream. He returned Kelechi's kindness by helping him rebuild his palm oil trade. And every moon, he returned to Ijapa's grove with a gift, kola nuts, yams, or honey. The villagers saw the change, and slowly, they forgave him. One day, a young boy asked, Ozo, are you still strong? And Ozo smiled. Stronger than ever, because now, I use my strength to lift others, not to crush them.